Blogger Roundup. It is myOrganized.life, May 18th, 2018. TGIF.
TGIF. Woohoo!
Love it. I am
Yes.
so... This time of year, Fridays are awesome, aren't they?
Yes.
Actually, Fridays are awesome all year round.
It's quiet around the office because we have summer hours.
Yes.
You and I are about the only people
Yeah.
in our department practically.
Yes, because we have the commitment to do this show to you
Daily.
Monday through
We can't
Friday,
take any
except when we
time
want to
off.
go off.
That's right.
Just a little spoiler alert. Probably the week of 4th of July. Not going to be too much going on here.
It'll be dark, as
It'll
they call it.
We might have to do reruns.
We could do reruns.
I don't know how you do that on Facebook.
I don't know either.
You just tell them, scroll down.
I think a lot of people would be off of Facebook,
I
except
think
for
so.
posting their 4th of July
Yeah, here we are.
cakes.
Here's the red, white, and blue I'm wearing, right?
Here's my Jell-O with the
Yes, the
blueberries
flag.
and
yeah.
strawberries and the Cool Whip,
Yes.
right?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
today, though, is May 18th. It's Friday.
Yep.
So we don't want to get ahead of ourselves,
No,
right?
no. We don't want to wish the summer away.
And what do we do on Fridays?
Well, it's Blogger Roundup.
Yes.
So we have searched the web high and low for organizing blogs
Right.
to see what people are talking about. And today we have got some interesting ones.
Okay.
So it's some of them are a little bit
Well,
different.
we like interesting because, by the way, this is myOrganized.life
yeah.
live. I'm John Hunt.
And I'm Leanne Thompson.
You know, we usually do that at the beginning, but since this show is so tightly formatted,
And we're live.
and we're
sometimes
live,
forget.
we do
We're
whatever
only
we
human.
want. Yes,
We're only human.
that's right. But what's important about that is that questions and comments. So if you have a blog, so Leanne just said she's got some interesting ones here. You know, check out the comment section. Even if you're watching on a replay, we go back and check the comments to
Right.
see if people have suggestions. Because we
It's
are
helpful.
trying
It's
to
very-
unearth these.
Yes, we are.
How many new ones do we have? Well, I know this one that I have.
I think we've done that in the past.
We
but,
have? Okay.
Everything. No, we've done all 3 of these blogs before.
Okay, good. Well,
That's okay.
but you know,
We're fine with
that
that.
shows you that these are good blogs because they're actively posting.
They are actively posting.
Like
yes.
some blogs out there, you know, one post a year. I don't know if you can
We
call that a
won't
blog.
name any names.
We won't name any names because they won't make it on Blogger Roundup
Well,
because the blogs have to be at
One
least.
person, she knows who she is because I've talked to her about that.
Uh-oh.
Should I just say
Wow.
your name?
No,
Okay, I
don't do
won't.
that.
All
would-
right.
Not on international television like
Okay.
this. You don't want to.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to start.
All right. What do we
We have
got?
3 today. So Linda Samuels, our friend Linda, the other side of organized.
Okay, we'll put up the slide for this one.
Yes, we
All
will.
right.
She talks about 5 strong motivating reasons to get rid of your clutter.
Okay.
So, you know, why people sometimes have a hard time
Yes.
letting go. Here's 5 reasons
Okay,
that you
great.
might need to let go. They might just be just enough to get you to let go.
Yes. And these are strong reasons.
Strong.
So, okay.
Moving. So obviously, if you're
a
going to
great-
downsize and cut your house in half, most of your stuff is going to have to
Right.
get cut in half. Not literally, but
Right.
get
Put
rid
in
of
a
it.
box. You know, it's interesting
Yep.
too. How many times I'm sure, in fact, in the comments, if this has ever happened to you, have you boxed something up at one house, moved it to another one, and it stayed in that box until you moved again?
Yep.
That would probably be stuff you don't use that much, right?
Right. Yes, exactly.
All right.
I still have a box of my trophies from when I was 12.
Back when you were like a international softball
Yep,
player?
exactly.
Great.
But I can't part with them yet.
Well, of
I
course
should,
not.
but I just.
Because someday, you know, you want to tell your kids the story of
And
it,
they'll be like,
right?
yeah, whatever, Mom, great.
Either that
They
or
won't
the-
believe me that
either
I
that
was
or
like
no, you save them for like your funeral, because then they put them out on the memento
your
table.
state champion,
Yes.
1993 or whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
All
okay.
right. Well, moving is a good, strong
Moving.
motivation, yes.
Cycling.
Cycling, like
Not bicycling.
not
like
bicycling? Okay.
She describes it a kind of a revolving
Oh,
door of
yeah, I get it.
kids moving in, kids moving
Yeah,
out.
going through seasons or whatever it might be,
Yep,
right?
so you might be, some people choose to totally start their kids' rooms from scratch and make it something else, or they keep it as is.
Yes.
Either way, you know, it's a motivator to
Right.
maybe get rid of some stuff, let go of some things that might be kind of hanging around that you might need to make room for something else.
Well, my 13-year-old, who we love to shout out to,
Yes, of
Laura,
course,
all the
Laura.
time, you know, because we were trying to get her to watch this show. That's really the main reason I'm doing
Yeah.
it. She like cycles her room like every 3 or 4
She
weeks.
rearranges it,
Rearranges
right?
the furniture. But you know what she doesn't do? Declutter.
She doesn't get rid of stuff.
So
she just
needs to
moves
do
the
that.
clutter from one spot to
Yep,
the other.
That's the way
Yeah.
it goes. Okay. So, and number 5
Number
is?
5 is stabilizing. So this is kind of goes to the point of if someone suddenly comes down with an illness,
Oh.
maybe an elderly person gets put into a hospital and they can't come back home because their home is too cluttered or
Oh,
too dangerous for
yeah,
them
yeah,
to
yeah,
live, you might be forced to either pare down almost everything in the house or move them elsewhere.
Great. So
those
let's
were the
put up the
5.
slide again.
Yep.
The other side of organized.com. Linda Samuels.
Yep.
All right. Okay, now we're up. I'm just going to put up the next slide. This is from Real Simple. People know the magazine well, and their blog.
Pictures.
Yes, pretty pictures. And on this one, I'd encourage you to go take a look at it. It's called 17 Surprising Home Office Ideas.
Yes.
All right. And
this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, so if you're under the impression that you need a spare room or a huge master bedroom to set up a workspace in from your home, you're wrong, although that may be kind of nice. So brilliant work-friendly spaces can emerge from a spare corner, a few inches of wall, or other areas you thought not to explore. So I'm not going to go through all 17.
No, there's a lot.
But let's just do a few of them. Okay, so the first one is a room with a view.
Okay.
Okay, so there's no reason a little sunlight should cramp your decorating style. Set a desk and chair in front of a window and fill an empty corner with a tall bookcase. And again, we kind of have to encourage you to go on to their blog.
You kind of have to look at the pictures, I think, to get the full effect.
Well, and it's Real Simple Magazine. They got great pictures.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so
spend hours on that site.
Keep the furniture in sync with the existing space. That's kind of the concept there. Is like use the space as it's kind of set up. You got a nice window. Just maybe vary the furniture a little bit so it works for. Yeah, okay. I think that's great. Studying the blues. Okay. So a few key pieces, desk, chair, and floating shelves can transform a quiet sleeping space into an efficient work area. So try and keep the zones distinct from each other.
Okay.
But so basically, like if you're using a bedroom, kind of have an area that's the office that you can kind of tell is the office. So, and again, beautiful pictures here, so you're going to want to take a look at that. So primary palette, this gets into color. And go bold, think bright. If you want to carve out a space for, say, your child to get their homework done, you can keep the color scheme like cool, invigorating, fun, set the atmosphere.
Kind of
people like
go with their personality.
Yes,
because they're not going to want to do homework in a, probably on a brown wall.
Yeah, and this picture right here, it's a white desk with red, really bold, contrasty kind of file boxes, and so it's kind of cool.
I'd probably want to do homework there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we have. Style revival. Okay, so desperately seeking an eligible nook for a few office pieces. Any inch of a living room, dining room, or den can make an adequate space for a desk and seat. So the idea is, that's basically what you need for an office is a desk and a seat.
Right.
But if your room is neutral, let's say wheat-colored walls or exposed wood floors, then introduce a splash of color.
Oh, okay.
And so they talk about, here's a picture of a robin's egg blue, adds an upbeat.
Chair?
Yeah,
Okay.
the chair is blue, but it kind of contrasts really well with the white and the wheatish color.
Okay, nice.
So, okay, I'll do one more, because again, 17 would take us a long time. Let's see. The Great Wall. Oh, yes. When you're short on space, a bare wall can be a valuable asset. Consider building up rather than always extending wide.
That's a good
build up.
point.
Yeah, and simple, easy install. Floating shelves are a practical way of breaking up a wall. Maybe put in a little color there too.
Yep. Okay.
Or you could do something like our cascading wall organizer.
Right.
So
We've
that's got
talked
color
about
built into
organizing up for a while now.
That's right. So
Good.
check that out.
That's
RealSimple.com.
It's on their blog, and it's
17 surprising home office ideas. We have the slide up.
Yep.
And that'll be good. Okay, let's put the third slide and final one is
Helene Segura,
okay.
livingordersa.com.
Yes.
How to choose a height adjustable standing desk.
Oh.
Who thought we'd talk about standing desks on
Well,
this
we
show?
got one right here, but this is custom made.
And
we still
stationary.
haven't done the
We haven't
behind
done
the scenes story.
I know.
When are we going to do that? We got to do that soon.
Maybe this summer we'll do that.
Okay, yeah. We got a whole, when this desk was made, we did a whole documentary on it. That'll be a whole show one day.
Right, yep.
But
so she is talking about adjustable standing desks.
Yes.
And that's kind of a popular thing right now. You have one.
yes, I do.
Yours is kind of a makeshift one.
Mine's very makeshift. It doesn't adjust very well.
Mine is, I have one, I don't use it because it's too hard for me to move up and down. And that is one of her points on this that we will get to.
Okay, so what is she telling
before
you?
You go
This is how to choose one, right?
Well, kind of. Just yes, just pointers you want to think about, because these are expensive pieces of furniture.
They are, yes.
Things to take into consideration before you go out and buy one.
All right.
So make sure you have the measurements down. And know how you're going to be using it.
Right.
So do you use a mouse? If you do, make sure your platform is wide enough for the mouse.
Okay.
Do you use 1 or 2 monitors?
Right.
All of that stuff. When your desk is lifted, does it go straight up vertically or does it come out? Meaning you would need extra depth.
Oh, okay.
And speaking of depth, do you have enough room for your monitor?
Right.
And do you put your keyboard up there with it? Just all these little things you would never think to think of.
Yeah.
Make sure you measure appropriately. You know, people have different heights of their the lengths of legs.
Yes.
Lengths of legs.
Leg length.
And arms, and just make sure everything is ergonomically correct before you go out and order one. Look at the reviews too. That's not on here, but that's obviously a good thing to keep in mind. And back to my issue, mine doesn't lift and lower very easily. Therefore, I never stand. So make sure it's easy for you to do. Otherwise, it won't get used. Let's see. Does it come straight assembled out of the box? Do you have to assemble it yourself? All of these.
Or get Larry to come in and put it in.
Or get Larry to come in adjust it for you.
How many of these he's put in?
Oh gosh, a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
Because I think I was one of the first.
You were.
And then all of a sudden.
Let me explain what yours is. His is like.
Mine was a prototype. We were looking at a company.
Really?
It's not even a. It's Well, think of those step stools.
A 2-year-old.
It's like
That's what it is. A little table on top of his desk.
Yes. Perfect for me.
Or like on movies when you see people eating breakfast in bed.
Yeah, that's what it's like. It's one of those trays that you have breakfast in bed. I just do my work in bed.
The legs are about this long. And,
yeah.
And when you sit down, you're like this.
Yeah, well, I know, because it does not adjust down, which is
it doesn't
a sad
adjust down.
thing.
It's
I should get
funny.
Larry to come in and put one in my
You should.
office. What do you think? Larry, if you're watching, shout out.
Are you watching, Larry?
Probably not.
No, probably not.
Okay.
But anyway, so that's how to choose a height adjustable standing desk.
Let's put the slide up again. That is
Right.
livingordersa.com, Helene Segura.
Yep.
And she's got a podcast coming up later in the season because we just actually talked to her.
She does. What
Well,
did she talk
you'll have to wait.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good because I remember she had to go to a special place to record it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we just did that.
Okay.
That's right. Okay.
So
Friday
coming
is
up,
done?
Friday's done. Coming up Monday, we have practical ways for setting and achieving goals.
Oh.
This is one of our, this is with Eric Fisher, who's not actually a professional organizer.
He's an author.
He's an author. He's written a couple books on organizing, and he's also does podcasting and stuff like that. So we had a chat with him talking about setting and achieving goals.
Right.
So we'll talk about that on Monday. Tuesday, 10 strategies to overcome procrastination.
Oh.
Can't wait to.
Okay.
Well,
Good.
maybe we'll have to wait on that.
We'll have to wait,
procrastinate on
for
that
sure.
one. And then next week we got podcast release on Wednesday. Jan Lehman's going to be in.
Oh,
She's
okay.
actually in the studio.
She's in studio, standing right where I am,
Yes,
right?
that's right. We kick you out because there's only room for
I'm
2
not
people.
important on podcast day.
Well,
That's
you know,
okay. It's okay.
someday,
I'm fine with that.
someday we should do a podcast with you. That
What would I talk about?
I don't know how to
Life and
how to
life and
organize me because that would be
That would be
you
like
would have
a
no tips.
5-parter.
Yeah, it would be all day trying to
That's
figure that
true.
out. So anyway, great. It's going to be a good week
All
next
right.
week. It's a great week now because it's the weekend.
It's the weekend, and enjoy your weekend.
So, and we'll see you on Monday on myOrganized.life live.